First time fly fishing.
I'm hoping to expand like my like what I'm learning to help me catch more trout in the future.
It's so peaceful out here, and just like, you know, it's fun to catch a fish every once in a while, but it's fun to just come out and just cast away. It's fun.
I'm finding the casting a little bit difficult, and I have no idea which flies are what, so kind of difficult.
I wanted to learn how to like cast better and like how to like tell like where the fish are and how to like wade safely. I've never went wading before till today, and it was really fun. So
catching the fish is probably the hardest part. I mean, you can always get everything down, but it doesn't mean you're going to be catching the fish. I think some days it might just be picky, but you just got to learn to present the fly right and not spook the fish, and I think you'll do pretty good.
I wanted to learn how to tie flies, which I learned how to tie the most basic flies, which was nice.
I found the fishing fun, obviously. I also liked how I learn a little bit more about the fish and just being up and enjoying nature.
Just learning everything for the future benefits me a lot to like know like all the entomology and the conservation part of fly fishing.
I really enjoyed regular bait fishing, but it was a little boring, and I thought fly fishing would be more interesting, which it definitely is. I like it a lot more, and this camp has been great for teaching me how to do it for the first time. This camp's definitely turned me on to it.
It's been a lot of fun, one of the best camps I've been to, so.
I was reading one of the trout magazines because I like subscribed or whatever, subscribed to the magazine, and they sent me one. I was looking through it, and then in the back to like the camps, and I was like, and my mom called the PA camp, and then they said they were like full and stuff, so then they offered this Vermont camp because it was new and like it's the first year they were doing it in Vermont.
I've been fly fishing for about a year, and my dad Drew Price, one of the teachers at this camp, recommended it to me, and my dad was pretty good friends with him, and he's a guide, and my dad's looking to go out with him, so he recommended me this camp, and I thought it would be a good idea.
Actually, I was getting like accepted to a New Hampshire camp, but they had too many people into the New Hampshire camp, so they just recommended me into this camp.
I'd like to get be out here in the Northeast Kingdom. Haven't really been up here much in the Connecticut area.
You can't just learn by watching. You actually have to get in, and you're not gonna be as good as like an instructor that's did it for 40 years. But like watching him and him showing you what to do, it definitely helps you. But you're not gonna get it if like he teaches you how to tie a knot, like in like this one that he does. He probably ties in like 30 seconds. You're probably gonna take you like 5 minutes, and that's not really a bad thing. It's just you're brand new, and he's been here for a while.
Well, we've learned about conservation and ethics for the river to have a lot of good fish.
Giant floods, the erosion like took all the way all those plants and everything just got wiped away and rushed right down the river. The conservation part of it, like a lot of the stuff I really didn't know was that serious. Like all these people take it really seriously. It's probably the part of fly fishing that most people tend to ignore, that we really shouldn't. Yeah, all the fish habitat and stuff. A lot of people take away all the sticks and everything that's in the water. They think it's like bad, but it's really good for the fish. They need the cover.
Also, we've learned a lot about casting and what flies to use for fish. We learned a little bit about tying flies.
I tied a couple of flies, woolly bugger and a hex, which is a type of mayfly, I believe, and it's just been a lot of fun, one of the best camps I've been to, so.
Frustrating. I don't think I'm gonna tie my own flies. Those are annoying, because I'd always miss it by like, I'd be almost done, then I'd fail. Like screw something up, and I had to start all over again.
Bob Stanford showed us like pheasant tails and stuff, and he taught me a different way how to tie a pheasant tail, and if I didn't know the style he was using, it was different than the way I was doing it.
It was fun. It was interesting. It was challenging, but I got it. How the sort of pattern you did.
That was really fun. Well, we went to the buyout. We went into a stream and we flipped over some rocks and found the insects under them, and looked at them and identified them as like stoneflies, mayflies, caddisses, and stuff like that.
We picked up the rocks, looked underneath, saw what was underneath the rocks, like mayflies, stoneflies, caddisflies, all the nymphs, the larval stage of the bug, and shook them, like brushed the rocks off, and got a big like thing to catch all the bugs and everything. And we looked through them and saw everything. It was pretty cool. I was surprised. I didn't expect to see like so many different species. I mean, I only expected to see like 3 different species of bugs, but we saw like at least 6. So it's pretty cool.
The food was really good. That was one of my favorites, but also not just food, but probably like all the guidance they have here. We had like probably 2 instructors per kid, which was really nice, and they had a bunch. Like you could like, if you asked any question, like one of them would definitely know it. So it was a lot. You can, like, it's a great place to come and ask like questions, and they just tell you the exact answer and everything.
All the current seams and everything. It's like a lot of people just come to the river and just like go right in the middle and start casting, but there's fish like right there, and you don't even see them.
The electro-fishing. That was fun. It's kind of cool how they come to the electro-fish, and it just shows you like all the different types of fish, I guess, and what else. Like, I just expected to see some trout, but we also saw like a bunch of minnows and other stuff, and I wasn't expecting that, but that was pretty cool.
That was fun. I thought we'd catch more fish. There's only 2 fish.
Wish we had gotten a few more fish from the electro-fishing, but he said something about the absence of salt from the water made poor conductivity.
Judd from, I'm not sure where he's from, but he like wore one of those backpacks and had some like electroshocking equipment. And all I did was just like stick it into the water, and like the fish would get stunned for a little bit. And we would just like net the fish a little bit, and then he dissected a brook trout. And like he showed us like the guts and like where everything was located in the trout.
I've always been like a big fan of biology. It's one of my best classes in school, and just like one of my main interests.
That's pretty cool. And then he said like he wasn't that active that day, which I was surprised, because I saw a couple of fish come up, and we missed a lot of fish actually. It was kind of hard to net them, but it was fun.
Fishing was a lot of fun today. It was probably my best day. I caught 7 rainbow trout, which is a lot, and we were waiting and stuff, and it was fun watching them, because we caught them on dry flies, and it's just fun watching the fish come up and just eat it, and then take it, and then you reel it in. My favorite part probably is though like releasing them, because it's so fun, like just to watch them and not kill them, because you get to see them like swim off, and like they probably like are very happy, I guess, that they get to live another day.
Today was the first day I've caught anything. I've caught 3 rainbows so far, all decent size. Well, one possible 10-inch, one more like 11 inches, and then like an 8-inch.
Catching the fish is probably the hardest part. I mean, you can always get everything down, but it doesn't mean you're going to be catching the fish. I think some days it might just be picky, but you just got to learn to present the fly right and not spook the fish, and I think you'll do pretty good.
I found the fishing fun, obviously. I also liked how I learn a little bit more about the fish and just being up and enjoying nature.
Basically just coming out on the river and just like, it's so peaceful out here, and just like, you know, it's fun to catch a fish every once in a while, but it's fun to just come out and just cast away. It's fun. I've caught fish on flies. They're difficult, but it's rewarding to hook up into one. It's really cool.
Best tip, just don't rush into the water. I mean, you're gonna spook the fish, you're gonna skip water that fish are gonna be holding in.
I found the fishing fun.
Getting a bite and trying to hook the fish and stuff.
I go out and take what I found out about this and use it, knowledge.
Fishing. Just getting out on the river and just fly fishing. It's the best.